The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garner. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Complete right side to Hyatt. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
1st down, 49ers.
Let's go.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Come on, come on. Hey. 19, 18, go.
Back to throw. Garner. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get hold of the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
18, 5 here.
Looking to throw. Garner. High in there to grab him. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of 1st at the 32. On 4th down, Garner. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
1st down, San Francisco.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Garner. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
San Francisco.
Ready.
A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall from 3 yards out. And the Niners are back within a score.
For the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Again, it's Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Let's go now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
3, 70 Timberwolves.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means how did they figure out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Garner. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready,
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Run. Dragon 60. 18. Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
On the ready.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
8 yards there and a 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be. and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ready. Warriors 70. Ready, ready.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
18, 5 in. Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Cub 19, Cub 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Touchdown. George Kittle, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, in the game, with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. As he throws there, incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Here's a quick throw to McBride.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Ryland on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Garner. Throw outside. McCaffrey's got it.
Second and long. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long.
Looking to throw. Garner over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down,
now Purdy. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
49ers 48.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go. 18, 70, Timberwolves. Warriors, 70. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks, 79 Broncos.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
Intended for Marvin Harrison Jr. Incomplete. He was defended by Kenny Moore.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Ready, ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll set up a throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
65 catch. 65 catch. Let's go.
Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Here we go. Set.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Arizona, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL